General Hospital spoilers, Gio begs Sonny to punish Lois, past crimes revealed. Port Charles is no stranger to shocking betrayals, family feuds, and explosive secrets, but what's about to unfold will shake the Corinthos family to its core. In a stunning twist that no one saw coming, Gio, the charming but tormented newcomer, will find himself entangled in a moral dilemma that pits loyalty against justice. When buried secrets from Lois Cerullo's past resurface, Gio will be the one demanding accountability, and Sonny Corinthos may have no choice but to act. What happens when a mother's love is exposed as a calculated lie? And can Sonny bring himself to punish the woman who once meant everything to his cousin, Ned, and who helped raise Brooklyn as if she were the sun in her sky? Buckle up, GH fans, because this isn't just another scandal. This is a reckoning years in the making. Gio arrived in Port Charles like a whirlwind, magnetic, loyal, and full of curiosity about the town that both welcomed him and left him feeling like a puzzle piece jammed into the wrong place. Though initially presented as a new protégé of Sonny Corinthos, it didn't take long for viewers to sense that Gio was hiding something. Now, it appears the secret is out, and it has everything to do with Lois Cerullo. For weeks, eagle-eyed fans have noticed the tension between Gio and Lois simmering beneath the surface. Despite Lois' enthusiastic attempts to welcome Gio into the family fold, his discomfort was unmistakable. While Brooklyn brushed it off as growing pains, Gio kept his guard up until now. In a powerful confrontation set to air next week, Gio will explode with raw emotion, revealing that Lois has been hiding a massive betrayal. She's not who she says she is, and she committed crimes that left Gio abandoned and traumatized as a child. "You don't get to pretend anymore," Gio says in a gripping moment at the Quartermain estate. "You don't get to smile and play the perfect mom. You left me behind like I was garbage." The bombshell: Lois once gave up a child to protect her reputation, and that child was none other than Gio. Years ago, before Lois returned to Brooklyn to raise Brooklyn full-time, she had a relationship with a mysterious figure in the music industry, a man connected to organized crime in New Jersey. That relationship led to a pregnancy she kept secret, even from Ned. Lois, scared of how her family would react and desperate to keep her name clean, made a heartbreaking and horrifying decision. Instead of seeking help or keeping her baby, she made a deal with a dangerous couple in Atlantic City. According to Joe's recounting, he was placed into a foster home through unofficial, illegal means, a black market adoption scheme that Lois helped orchestrate to erase the evidence of her mistake. What she didn't know, what she couldn't have anticipated, was that her son would one day come looking for her and that he would grow up angry, betrayed, and with access to Sonny Corinthos. When Gio confides in Sonny about the truth, the mob boss's initial reaction is disbelief. Sonny has always had a soft spot for Lois. Their shared Brooklyn roots and family ties created a bond that withstood time and distance. But when Gio presents irrefutable proof, photos, documents, and a confession from one of the foster agents who placed him, Sonny is rocked to his core. In a private scene inside Sonny's office, Gio lays out the full extent of Lois' deception. His hands tremble, his voice cracks, but his eyes burn with intensity. "I don't care if she's Brooklyn's mom. I don't care how many years have passed. She ruined my life. I was 5 when I figured out no one was coming for me. And she was living it up with the Quartermains." Sonny, haunted by his own past with abusive homes and betrayal, recognizes the pain in Joe's voice. It hits too close to home. "I'll handle it," Sonny says grimly. "No one gets to hurt my family. No one." The emotional stakes skyrocket when Brooklyn finds out what her mother did. To say she's devastated would be an understatement. "I spent my whole life thinking you were my rock," she sobs in a powerful scene at the Quartermain mansion. "You told me everything you did was for me, that I was your only child. And the whole time, you were hiding him." Lois tries to defend herself, insisting that the decision was made under duress and fear, but her excuses fall flat. Brooklyn, fiercely protective of Gio since his arrival, feels betrayed by the very person she trusted most. In an emotional confrontation between the siblings, Brooklyn tells Gio, I don't know what to say.
I'm so sorry you went through that.
If I had known, God, if I had known, I would have moved heaven and earth to find you. Gio, for the first time, allows himself to be vulnerable. I know, he whispers. You didn't know. But now we do. And I need her to pay. As Sonny investigates the full extent of Lois' past, more skeletons tumble out of the closet. Turns out, the illegal adoption wasn't her only misstep. Lois forged documents, paid off officials, and even used her music industry connections to silence a social worker who suspected the truth. With these revelations, Sonny is left with a decision that could fracture the entire Corinthos and Quartermain families. Does he punish Lois the way he would any other criminal? Or does he protect her for Brooklyn's sake? In a private meeting with Diane, Sonny considers turning Lois into the authorities. But Gio, still fueled by pain, has a different idea. No jail, he tells Sonny. I want her to live with what she did. I want the world to know who she really is. Let her lose everything. Sonny makes a move that shocks everyone. He doesn't kill Lois. He doesn't turn her in either. Instead, he goes public. With Joe's consent, Sonny orchestrates a press leak that exposes Lois' involvement in the illegal adoption ring. Within days, Lois' career and reputation implode. Her name is dragged through every major outlet, and her legacy in the music industry is shattered. Olivia, Ned, and even Tracy weigh in, struggling with how to react. Olivia, furious and protective of Brooklyn, wants Lois gone. Tracy, surprisingly, defends Lois, calling it a desperate act by a scared woman, though she privately tells Ned that Lois is no longer welcome in the Quartermain home. Brooklyn, heartbroken, tells her mother to leave. You always said the truth was the most important thing. But the truth is, you lied to me every day of my life. Lois departs Port Charles in tears, alone, her past finally catching up to her. With the truth out and Lois disgraced, Gio finds himself at a crossroads. For so long, his identity was tied to pain and secrecy. Now, he's a Corinthos in every way that matters. In a heartfelt scene with Sonny, Gio says, "You gave me more than revenge. You gave me family. Real family." Sonny, placing a hand on his shoulder, replies, "You earned it. You survived what most people wouldn't. And now you get to decide who you are." Gio smiles, for the first time unburdened. He's not just Lois' son. He's not just a broken boy from a system that failed him. He's a man, a fighter, and a Corinthos. But just as things settle, another twist emerges. Lois, before leaving Port Charles, made a desperate call to the very man she once ran from, Joe's biological father. He's coming to Port Charles. And he's not just any man. He's a powerful crime lord from New Jersey with ties to the 5 families and a grudge against Sonny. The final scene of the week shows the mystery man arriving at a dark dock, stepping out of a black car, his eyes scanning the horizon. "Time to meet my son," he says, lighting a cigar. And remind Sonny Corinthos who really runs the East Coast. Joe's biological father revealed. Who is this dangerous man from Lois' past, and what does he want from Gio? Sonny versus the East Coast Syndicate. With Lois' old ties resurfacing, Sonny might be forced into another turf war. Brooklyn's healing. Can she forgive her mother? Or will this betrayal change her forever? Lois' return. Could a redemption arc be in the cards for Lois, or has she burned every bridge for good? Joe's romance blossoms. With his heart finally open, will Gio find love in Port Charles, and with whom? General Hospital is diving deep into emotional waters with this powerful and unexpected storyline. By tackling themes of abandonment, redemption, and the moral complexity of justice, the writers are pushing boundaries and reminding fans why this show continues to captivate after all these years. Joe's journey from hidden son to avenging force has not only reshaped the Corinthos dynamic, but it's also added a new layer of tragedy and depth to Lois Chirulo's legacy. Whether she finds redemption or remains a cautionary tale is anyone's guess, but one thing's for sure.